Hello friends, this video explains the difference between Azure pipelines and builds. So what's the difference between these two terms? So first of all, let us try to understand what is Azure pipelines. In Azure pipelines, we can specify the tasks that we want to execute. It is basically the things that we need to do to create the build or the output of the particular software. So in the pipeline, normally what are the steps? You have to check out the repository or the code and then build that code, then test that code, like execute the tests, and then whatever is the output is created, like DLL file or jar file, archived file. You have to store that or deploy that particular file. So all these things we need to do. So that is basically the task of pipeline. Now what is the difference between pipeline and builds? So in the pipelines, as I said, let me give you the example. Over here I have created one pipeline, and if you click on edit, it will give the YAML file. So basically YAML file gives the details of the pipeline, like what things or what tasks that pipeline is going to be executing. So here first thing is I mentioned is trigger, like when that pipeline should be executed or kicked off. Then pool, this pool is basically on which machine or the agent this particular pipeline should be executed. Then variables, in the variables we can pass the variables to this particular pipeline. Then in the steps, basically we specify what all steps or tasks this particular pipeline has to execute. So first task in this particular pipeline is bash script. So here we are just printing one variable. The next task is NuGet related task. NuGet tool installer, it is going to install the NuGet, then it will execute some NuGet command for specific solution depending upon the what dependencies are or the references are created in the project. Next task is build, vs build. So you can give any name to this particular task, and these are the inputs to this particular task. Like to build the project, we need parameters like what is the solution that we want to build, then what is the platform, and that build configuration as well. And the next thing is the last task that we have to do is we have to test or execute the test. So here we are executing this particular task. So basically in the pipeline we specify what things have to be done, and in the builds, after each execution of the pipeline creates the build. So here if you come to builds and select the pipeline, here you can see that there have been so many builds for this particular pipeline. So for a single pipeline there could be multiple builds. Single build is nothing but the execution instance of particular pipeline. So here you can see that these are the build numbers 20190906.1. So basically it will auto increment. It uses the date syntax, date and then dot. So on the same day you execute multiple builds, it will increment it by 1 2 3 4 5 like that. And here you can see that this particular build was executed on 7th of September and the remaining were executed on 6th of September. So basically build, what it does is that it refers the pipeline and then see what steps it has to execute and then executes those steps. So if you have more questions on these pipelines and builds, let me know through the comments. Thanks for watching this video.